Today we came to our plumbing class day 4. So last day we were studying on pipe sizing. Okay, pipe sizing by one of the method called as WSFU method. So I think that you have understood WSFU method. So mainly we are mainly consultants, and actually when we get a project, we are mainly finding out the pipe size by the help of uh, WSFU method. So it's one of the easiest method to find out the pipe size by the help of that fixture unit, WSFU, water supply fixture unit. And today, as I was I was yesterday saying that there are not only one method. Okay, there are different methods of pipe sizing. You can pipe size by different methods. And today we will be studying, uh, sometimes one or two methods we will be studying today. Okay, so yesterday we have studied a method known as WSFU method, and these all are very simple way only. When we get projects, if the project is large, according to that, pipes, we have to find the pipe size. Okay, a place where we get we more time. Okay? But the way of finding out this is simple. Uh, Today we will be studying about another one method called as okay, another method is known as method, and we will be studying one more method called as Plumbo's chart method. Loading unit method and Plumbo's chart method. So it won't take much time. 1 hour we can finish it off. Because it usually the time takes, because I used to allow students to do pipe sizing by themselves. My audio is not clear right now. What about now? Is it clear? Okay, so anyways, I was allowing the students to do the pipe sizing by themselves. Well, whenever they will be able to do it by themselves. So as I think for the time being when you are in work, I cannot do that, right? So without wasting much time or without elapsing more, to finish it. Okay, it takes almost 1 hour. Okay, so yes, let's see how much time it takes. Anyways, so today, as I have already said that we will be dealing with uh, loading unit method. Loading unit method, and after loading unit method, if we get time, let's see we can find the pipe size by combo chart method. Combo chart. So two methods. I will be trying to finish it by today. So yesterday we have finished one method for pipe sizing. Today also we will be uh, carrying out the pipe sizing method only, and the method is loading unit method. Loading unit method. So this is also simple only, which is very similar to WSFU method. Anyways, I will share my screen. So share my screen. Okay. So yesterday we were dealing with this different design assumptions and all, and we were seeing that the velocity of the flow of design of the gravity pipe should be less than 1 meter per second, and 0.8 meter per second. So we have all these things, and with respect to this only we have sized our pipe, correct? And the velocity of design of pumping main should be 1.5 to 3 meter per second, preferably 1.5 meter per second. Okay. So yesterday we have seen all these things, and the terminal pressure of 0.2 kilogram pressure should be should be there. Okay. Uh, these all things we just gone through yesterday. So today we will be, you know, focusing on uh, pipe sizing by the help of uh, loading unit method. Loading unit method. So in loading unit method, we will be looking on different charts and tables. Okay, charts and tables. So let's see here. So we'll be mostly using this table. Okay, this table in loading unit method. So you can see here flow rates and loading units as per probability equation are given in table 5A. So this is table 5A. These are the different fittings. These are the different fittings which will be there in the toilets, like water closet bidet is there, wash basin, and water closet bidet and wash basin. These three, have the same flow rate and the same loading unit. Okay, then the flush valve urinal. Okay, it has the flow rate. 0.125 liter per second. Its flow rate usually it is taken as 0.125 seconds liter per second, and its loading unit is 0.50. So yesterday we have studied about WSFU, right? Water supply fixture unit, and you have seen different fixture unit for different fixtures, or for individual fixtures we are having fixture unit. A number was there. With respect to that number, we have found the GPM. If we get the GPM with the help of a standard velocity, we can find the pipe size. That is what we have did yesterday. So here it is another method. It is called as loading unit method, in which instead of the fixture unit we have a loading unit number. Okay, here we have a loading unit number. It is written Z, and it's a standard flow rate is also given to that particular fitting or to that particular fixture. A standard flow rate is also given in liter per second. So for water closet, bidet and wash basin, the flow rate is 0.125 liter per second, and that can be denoted as Q. Why we use Q and Z? Because we are using formulas in which we have to insert these things. Okay, so this is small q, this is Z. Okay, and you can see here for flush valve, in the case of urinal, you have same flow rate and the loading unit is also same. When it comes to kitchen sink or whatever sink it might be, the flow rate is 0.25 liter per second and the loading unit is 1. For shower, the same flow rate is 0.25, loading unit 1. For bathtub, flow rate is 0.35 and the loading unit is 1.96. Okay. Flush valve, if the water closet is having direct flush valve instead of a tank, the flow rate is 0.25, but the loading unit is 4.32. Okay, it's 4.32. And laundry, respective flow rate as well as loading unit is given. And hose tap, okay, spray tap, etc. It has to be calculated. We can calculate. Okay, so in this case, flow rate is given and its loading unit is also given. Okay, its loading unit is also given. Now, there is a note like the constant is based on the constant is based on by giving the flow rate 0.25 liter per second as a unit loading. So what is meant by this is, the formula for finding the probable simultaneous design flow Q. If you need to find out the Q, how much water is being flowing, okay, how much water is being discharging in liter per second. If you need to know it, okay, here you can directly get it because of the fittings. Okay, fittings as we have seen yesterday, different fittings, you have different fixture unit, and you know what is the minimum pipe diameter that has to come into this particular fitting. When we are trying to use find the pipe size by this loading unit method, okay, not to find the pipe size, main pipe size, we have to use formulas for finding it out. Or if it was bad fittings, you could get the flow rate and loading unit. But when it comes to main pipes in the sense, different things are attached to the main pipe, right? So the main pipe size to be known is being by using the formulas. Okay, by using these formulas. So the formula is Q is equal to small q into Z1 plus Z2 plus till Zn raised to 1 by 2. So this Q is called as constant. This Q is a constant. That's what it said. The constant is based on by giving the flow rate 0.25 liter per second as a unit load. So this is the form that Q is equal to Q into Z1 plus Z2 plus all how much Z's are there coming, all tends to 1 by 2. So this Q is constant. So you can write the formula as capital Q is equal to 0.25 into Z1 plus Z2 plus Zn raised to 1 by 2. What is this Z? And Z is the loading unit. Okay, these are the how many fixtures are there. According to that, this Z1, Z2, Z3 will change. Okay, so it is been said that where Z1 is equal to Z value into number of same type of appliances. So how many fittings are there? You have to multiply with the Z value to get Z1, Z2 like that. So that is loading unit for water closet Z1 equal to Z value of water closet into number of water closet. So loading unit. So if we need to find out the proper loading unit, we have to multiply the loading unit for this water closet. You have to know what is a loading unit for this type of fixture, whatever fixture it may be. Then multiply with the number of particular fittings. Okay. So when we do a problem, we can understand this. Now you have to keep in mind two things. One is these are different fittings. According to that, respective flow rates and that I will say that will be coming. Okay, the same way how you finding out the pipe size, pipe diameter, we can find out. Okay, they are coming to that. Okay, these are different fittings. These are the flow rate. Okay, and keep in mind is that these are the different flow rates and these are the different flow rate and these are the different loading units. So, with respect to different fittings, we have particular flow rate as well as particular loading unit. Okay. So, when we do a problem, we can understand properly about this. Okay, how to size the pipe. Now, these are general, tables given. Okay, average rate of flow with the friction loss and velocity for a single fitting are given in table 5.0. 5.0. So if this is a bathtub of 20 mm, okay, and it's a flow average flow is 0.3 liter per second, and its friction loss and velocity is 11.8 meter per 100 meter, and velocity is 0.954 meter per second. So here these are the normal or the average, rate of flow, or average flow and velocity. Okay, is given here. Okay. For a single fitting, like sink, whatever it might be, with a different pipe diameter. So, yesterday we have this seen about Hayes and Williamson formula and all. So, we have a chart also. Okay, in order to find this friction loss and velocity, if you know the flow and the pipe diameter, you can easily find out. You can easily find out from this, table, Hayes and Williamson table, appendix D. So if you know the meters per day or meters per second, and if you know the pipe diameter, you see here, if you know the flow and if you know the pipe diameter, you can easily get what is the frictional loss, okay, or what is the get loss, and you can find out what is the velocity. So this is the friction loss, HF. For example, in a 20 mm pipe, okay, 0.1 liter per second water is flowing. You imagine like that. So you need to know what is the velocity and what is the friction loss. So 20 mm. So you can see here 15 mm, 20 mm, 25 mm. So 20 mm. How much was the liter per second? 0.1. So you have to see here there is 0.1. So this is 0.10. Okay, and after that it is 0.11. So you can take this one 0.10 liter per second for 20 mm. So 20 mm, the friction loss is 16.76 meter per 1000 meter. Okay, and velocity is 0.33. Okay, velocity is 0.33 meter per second. Okay, so this way also you can find it out. So this they have directly given this. Okay, 15 mm 0.15 liter per second, and it's HF and E. HF means friction loss, E means velocity. You can get it from this, this table. Okay, as per Mason-Williamson table or equation, appendix B. From this table you can see. Okay, different ranges of Q line is given or discharge is given or the flow of the water is given, and these are the pipeline meters. Okay. Now we are dealing with loading unit method, right, for pipe sizing. So we can use the same question that we have seen last day. Okay, we can see the same question that we have seen last day. The same question. So this is the question. Okay. So here we are going to find the same pipe size by using a different method, which is called as loading unit method. So yesterday I have said that we have to draw different columns. Okay, like first node, then description, then here we are writing loading unit, then discharge, then diameter. Okay, node means this one, which is the node means you can write as uh, EF, DE, EG, DH, CD, IC. That thing is the node. Okay, and its description. What do you mean by EF? EF means water closet. What do you mean by EG? EG means shower. H, wash basin. CD, main pipe. DE, main pipe. Uh, IC, it is sink. So yesterday we have seen like that. So to find the answer is that first you have to go from backward itself. Yesterday we have gone from backward, then we have find the pipe size from backward to first, right? So here also we are following the same step. Here also we are following the same step. Same step in the sense, uh, yes, so same step in the sense. First, we are going to find the pipe size of EF. We are going to see the pipe size of EF. So what do you mean by EF? EF is nothing but water closet. Node is EF and its description is water closet. Correct? Then here what we are going to do is that the method is loading unit method. Here we have to find what is the loading unit for water closet. And the next step is we have to know what is the discharge of this water closet. So we have a table. We have just seen a table. This table, correct? Depending upon different fittings, we have different flow rate and loading unit, correct? So first, the node EF was water closet. We have seen the last one was water closet. Now we have to find what is the loading unit for that water closet. So this is water closet. We are taking this water closet only. What is the loading unit for water closet? It is 0.5. And what is the corresponding flow rate? It is 0.125. So if you know the loading unit and flow rate, okay, you can find the pipe size. Pipe size of water closet. When you find the minimum pipe size of water closet, it is very simple. We have to use a formula called as Q is equal to A into V. Discharge is equal to volume, area into velocity. Okay, discharge is equal to area into velocity. So EF is that water closet, correct? The consumption of flow in each pipe. Let's see. EF is the water closet. In water closet, you know what is the loading unit? It is 0.50 from table 5D. Just we have seen here. 0.5. Loading unit is equal to 0.5 and the flow rate is 0.125. So equate them. 0.5. So EF one water closet loading unit is 0.5. Okay. So you got loading unit. Now what you have to do is that the same way you have to find for the loading unit for all other uh, you know fixtures. Like, what do you mean by EF? EF is this is EF. This is EG. Okay, this is not EF. This is EG. Correct? It is EG. So if you are writing it, it could have been easy for you. So EF is uh, water closet and its loading unit is 0.5. Okay, you have the diagram. Okay, you have the diagram. So, okay, you have the diagram means then I will explain like that because I am taking this as a recorded video also. So in future, you need to know, that also is a matter. So, if it's a water closet and its loading unit you have seen it is 0.5, correct? And discharge it is 0.125. So if you get loading unit and discharge, you can easily get diameter. Okay, diameter how can you get is by using the formula uh, Q is equal to A into V. Q is equal to not this. Q is equal to A into V. Q is equal to 0.1 liter per second or 0.125 liter per second only actually. Right? So here they have taken 0.1. Okay, so so what you have to do is that write a formula called as Q is equal to area into velocity, in which Q is equal to, you know it, Q is equal to 0.125 liter per second. Correct? Q is equal to 0.125 liter per second. So just leave this. Okay. Q is equal to 0.125 liter per second. And loading unit is 50. Z is 50. So velocity. So I have already said that the velocity is 0.8 as a design condition. Velocity is 0.8. Correct. So I will explain this. I am not confusing you. You can see here the velocity of the flow of design of gravity pipe is less than 1 meter per second, preferably 0.8 meter per second. Okay, so you just think about this. Velocity is 0.8. Okay, velocity is 0.8, and Q discharge is 0.125, and discharge is 0.125. Correct? For water closet. For water closet, flow rate is or Q is 0.125. Okay, and velocity we have just seen 0.8. So, if you need to find the diameter of the pipe, you know Q is equal to A into V. Okay, Q means this 0.125 liter, and A means area, which is we can write it as pi by 4 d square, and velocity is 0.8 meter per second. So velocity is in meter per second, but this flow rate is in liter per second. So you have to convert this liter per second into meter cube per second. So you know that 1 meter cube is equal to 1000 liters. Correct? So 0.125 is equal, will be equal to how many meter cube? You have to just divide it by 1000. You have to convert this liter per second to meter cube per second. You have to just divide by 1000. Okay. So the formula is, if you want to write it down, you can write it down. Q is equal to area into velocity. So I will just show you. Okay. Q is equal to area into velocity. I am using the calculator. So you know that Q is equal to A into V. We need to find out the diameter from the area. Okay. So Q is equal to A into V. We know Q value. How much is Q value? 0.125. How much is the velocity? 0.8. So 0.125 is in liter per second. So you have to divide by 1000. So 0.5 divided by 1000 equal to 0.00125 meter cube per second. So we got Q in meter cube per second. So Q is equal to area into velocity. Okay, area into velocity. So you have to find. You can take area on the left side. You can bring, or you can take area on the right side, and you can bring the velocity to down. So you can write as or A equal to Q by D. Q is equal to A into D, or you can write A equal to Q by D. Q is this much velocity divided by velocity how much? 0.8. This much is the area. Okay, this is the area, and this is the area. So if you know the area, you can easily find out the diameter, because area equal to pi by 4 d square. So pi by 4 d square means you have to from A, if you need to find D, you can write A as pi by 4 d square. So from that pi by 4 d square, if you need to know what is d square, just multiply with 4 pi by 4 d square, right? So multiply with 4 divided by pi 3.14. Just I am equating that equation only. Okay, Q is equal to A into V. Q you know, V you know. From that A you are getting or extracting diameter. Okay, so divided by 3.14. 1.99 into 10 raised to minus 4 is the d square. Okay, so that is d square means square root of this means how much? Square root of this answer will be how much? 0.014 meter. So 0.014 meter is this. Okay. Sorry, 0.014 meter. So in order to convert to meter into mm, you have to multiply with 1000, correct? So 14 mm is the diameter. So 14 mm is the diameter. So you have to write diameter as 14 mm. Okay, so diameter of the pipe, uh, you know, diameter of the pipe EF is 14 mm. So in the market you won't get, yeah.
Hello.
Yeah. Yes, correct.
For first for first uh, for first pipe EF,
Ah,
why did you take 0.125 directly, sir? Like we have to take Q into root of 0.5, right? Capital Q is equal to small q into root of Z1, right? So Z1 is 0.5. So
yeah.
it will be 0.125 root of 0.5, right?
Like
So for that Q, we need to find diameter, right?
no. For that Q, we got we are directly finding EF, right? EF is the correctly coming directly to water closet, right?
Yes,
So
sir.
in that case, we have what is the water closet discharge? We know it is 0.125 liter per second. Okay, and water closet's loading unit Z is 0.5.
So my question is like, why you didn't consider that loading unit for finding diameter?
This
See, that
this
capital Q we have to find, right? Based on that capital Q, we have to find.
we already know this, right?
No, sir. We know only small q, right? That is small q, right?
That is small Q, but see, because it is directly given this water closet as it is directly going into this thing. No, this water closet, this fluoride, this much is fluoride is therefore water closet. Okay, so if you need to use this formula, you can use when there is a main pipe, because in main pipe only you will be using this formula.
Okay, sir.
You understand what I'm saying? So we are using this formula, but when you are trying to find out the individual fittings, it is a common pipe only. It's a normal pipe. So this fluoride is enough.
Okay, sir.
Okay, because here loading Z1 you don't know. Okay, so in that case, for finding out this Q value, okay, this Q itself is taking as capital Q, this flow rate. Okay, so I will explain that. Okay, you just don't worry. When we are completing this, you can understand this. Okay, so first we are trying to deal with this water closet only. Correct. First we are trying to deal with this water closet only. That water closet, we don't want to find this formula, probable simultaneous design flow, because for this water closet, we know that the flow rate is 0.25 liter per second. Okay, so 0.25 liter per second, water should be flowed through this pipe. So with respect to 0.25, or sorry, not 0.25, 0.125 liter per second, we are going to find the pipe diameter for this. Because the pipe which is coming to individual fixtures will be a minimum pipe size only. Okay, so let's see when we are doing the second and third, we can now. So we have found 14 is the pipe diameter. So in 14, you can just write 14 mm as the pipe diameter, but in the market you won't get 14 mm. Instead of 14, you'll be having 15 mm only, or you can just go for 20 mm. Okay. So now coming to EG. Coming to EG. EG means what? EG means shower. Okay. EG means shower. And what is its loading unit and discharge? Loading unit and its discharge, how much? EG means shower. What is its loading unit? Its loading unit is 1 and flow rate is 0.25. Okay, flow rate is 0.25 for shower. Okay, second one is shower. Okay, so with respect to shower, we can use the same formula. Okay, for individual fixtures, we can find the pipe diameter by the help of formula called as Q is equal to A into V. Okay, so just keep this in mind. For individual fixtures, if you need to know the pipe diameter, you just need to know only what is the flow rate and its velocity. You can easily find out the pipe diameter. Okay. Now, the same way, but how we found for water closet. Now we are finding the pipe size for shower. Okay. The shower loading unit is 1, and discharge it is 0.25. Okay, discharge is 0.25. So the same method we can use here for finding out the pipe diameter. What is that? Q is equal to A into V. Q is equal to A into V. So Q is equal to A into V. So Q how much? For shower, Q is how much? 0.25 liter per second. That has to be converted into meter cube per second. How much? 0.25 liter per second divided by 1000. We'll be getting meter cube per second. Correct? We'll be getting Q as meter cube per second. Is 0.0025. And when you divide by velocity, you'll be getting area. Correct? Because Q is equal to area into velocity. So divide by velocity. Velocity how much? 0.8. That is a value which was recommended by. Okay. So 0.8. So 0.003125 is the area. So from area, how to find out the diameter? Area equal to pi by 4 d square. Pi by 4 d square. So multiply with 4 divide by pi 3.14. So this is d square. 3.98 into 10 raised to minus 4 is the d square. So if that is d square means what will be the d value? Square root of this answer. Square root of this answer. Where is the square root? Square root of answer. It is 0.0199. So 0.0199 meter. So in order to convert this meter into mm, how much you have to multiply with 1000. So 19.95 mm is the pipe diameter for, or we can say that 20 mm or 19.95 mm is the pipe diameter for uh, shower. So 14 mm was the pipe diameter for EF, and 19 mm is the pipe diameter of shower. So you can use the formula Q is equal to A into B. Is you have to find the pipe size. Okay, that pipe size can be attained by using the formula Q is equal to area into velocity. So we know velocity, we know discharge. Or easily we can find the diameter. But when it comes to BE, now it will change. When it comes to BE, we have to find the loading unit method. Okay, so BE means what? BE means pipe only. Okay, BE means pipe. So, do you know what is the flow rate in this particular BE pipe? Is there BE given here? Is BE given here? No. BE is a pipe which we don't know. That is not a fitting. Okay, BE is a pipe, and we don't, because it is not a fitting, we don't know its flow rate. We don't know its loading unit also. Understood what I am saying? So, what we are doing by the help of loading unit method, we are trying to find out the answer for pipe DE. We could easily get the flow rate and loading unit. Understood? Now, when it comes to DE, it is not a fixture. It is just a pipe only, main pipe only. We can get the pipe size of this shower and pipe size of water closet by using that chart. But when it comes to DE, it is not able to, we cannot able to find out because we don't know what is the flow rate and we don't know what is the loading unit. So here we are trying to find it out. So as we have did yesterday, by the help of WSFU, there were individual fixture unit for individual fixtures, correct? So here also, we are going to find the loading unit. Loading unit. So loading unit means the loading unit of DE means the loading unit of EG or shower plus loading unit of water closet. So loading unit of shower it was how much, and loading unit of water closet it was how much? Of water closet it was 0.5 it seems, right? Loading unit of water closet it was 0.5. Loading unit of shower it is 1. So the loading unit of that pipe will be 1 plus 0.5 is 1.5. Okay, so you got loading unit Z. You got loading unit Z for that pipe. You just add this both. Shower plus water closet 1 plus 0.5. You got Z for pipe DE or pipe DE. Now you need to know discharge. That discharge you have to find by this formula. Understood? So Q is equal to Q. Q is equal to this Q. Q is equal to 0.25 plus Z1 plus Z2. Z1 means how much? Loading unit of water closet 0.5. We have 0.5. Z2 means how much? Loading unit of shower, that is 1. So Z1 plus Z2. 0.5 plus 1. It is 1.5 raised to 1 by 2. Understood what I am saying? Here we have to find the Q by the help of this formula because we don't know Q, we don't know loading unit. The loading unit of that particular pipe is the addition of this water closet plus this shower. 1 plus 0.5 equal to 1.5. So we got Z value. Okay? Z value. So how we are finding the Z value? 1 plus 0.5. Z1 means 0.5. Z2 means 1. So 1 plus 0.5 plus 1 is equal to 1.5. Into 0.25 is a constant. And just see what is the value of Q. So already we got loading unit for pipe 1.5. Now we have to find the flow rate. Flow rate we can find out by this formula. Okay, Q is equal to 0.25 into Z1 plus Z2 raised to 1 by 2. Right? So let's see how to find that answer. Q is equal to 0.25. 0.25 into how much it is? Z1 plus Z2. Z1 means 0.5. 0.5 plus, sorry, 0.25 into 0.5, 0.5 plus 1, how much? 1.5. So you cannot do like that. So Z1 plus Z2, how much? 0.5 plus 1. How much is that? 1.5. Correct? So 1.5 raised to 1 by 2. Correct? Raised to 1 by 2 means raised to 1 by 2. Okay, raised to 1 by 2 equal to 1.22. Then this is Z1 plus Z2 raised to 1 by 2 is equal to 1.22. Multiply with how much? 0.25. You'll be getting 0.3. So 0.3 is the 0.3 is the flow rate. 0.3 is the flow rate through that pipe. Okay, so 0.3 is the flow rate through, or 0.3 liter per second is the flow rate through this pipe. Which pipe? The 0.3. So you got directly flow rate of EF, water faucet and shower. If you need to know the flow of this one, how to find it out? That we use the formula Q is equal to 0.25 into Z1 plus Z2 raised to 1 by 2. Is it clear for Kranti? Now it's clear for you? Okay. Now the same way, how to find for HT? How to find for HT? HT is wash basin. So you can directly find it for wash basin. HT is a wash basin. So you can just see what is wash basin here. Let's see what is wash basin. Yes, wash basin. What is the flow rate? It is already given. It is 1.2. So 0.125. Loading unit 0.5 and its discharge 0.125. You can easily find the diameter. The diameter will be 14 mm, same 14 mm, because for water closet, wash basin and biodet, because the loading unit is same. Okay, the flow rate and loading unit is same, so you can the pipe diameter for water closet and wash basin is same. Now found for water closet as 14 mm. So the same formula, Q is equal to A into V. This is Q, velocity is 0.8. From there you find diameter. The diameter will be same. Okay. Now coming to CD. What do you mean by CD? CD is a pipe. CD is a pipe, correct? What is CD? CD is a pipe. So if CD is a pipe, what will be its loading unit? If CD is a pipe, what will be its loading unit? Kranti, can you answer? What will be the loading unit? The loading unit will be, how much will be the loading unit? 2. Yes. How you got 2? 1.5 plus this one. Correct? This 1.5 plus this one. You got 2 here. Correct? 2 is correct. So 1.5 plus 1. Sorry, 1.5 plus 0.5. 0.5. This is 1.5. You'll be getting 1.5 here. Don't write this 1.5 either. Okay, this is its length. 1.5. Already you got DE, you got 1.5 as the loading unit. When it comes to wash basin, the loading unit is 0.5. Okay, so 1.5 plus 0.5 is 2. So loading unit is 2. Okay, and Can you find the discharge? If the loading unit is 2, can you find out the discharge by the formula? What will be the Q value? 0.35 liter per second. Yes, very good. So 0.35 liter per second. So how you got 0.35 liter? It is Q is equal to capital Q is equal to loading unit, loading unit formulas. Okay, loading unit formula. Q is equal to 0.25 into 0.25 into Z1 plus Z2 plus Z3 like that. So 1.5 plus 0.5. It is 2. So 0.25 into 2 raised to 1 by 2. So you will be getting approximately 0.35. So you got Q value. Okay. So if you get Q value, can you find out the diameter? Diameter is 23.672. Oh. Are you doing any? Are you doing it by the help of any software or just make a calculator? Okay, very good. So I think you understood how to do this, right? It's very easy, right? So similarly, you can find the answer for uh, IC, BC, okay, KL. All this you will be directly getting, okay. KL, MK, NJ, OQ, OP. All these things you can directly get from that chart. So you know the Q and you know the velocity. You can directly find out the diameter. But when you are coming to this main pipe like this, JK, BJ, CD, OV like that, you have to find out the discharge by the help of a formula called as capital Q is equal to small q into Z1 loading unit 1 plus loading unit 2 plus loading unit 3 the all raised to 1 by 2. Okay, I think that is clear for you. So we have did it for CD and DE. So same way you have to find it for this BJ and JK. And this JL and this KL, all those things, this KL, all diameter will be same as that of EF. Okay, so I think that is thorough with you. Is it thorough with you, or do I need to show this also, this side also? Or is it thorough with you? Okay. So I think you understood this. The same way, we have to find for KL, NK, JN, OQ, OP. All this you can directly get it from that chart, loading unit chart. And regarding this BJ, JK, you have to find by the loading unit formula. Q is equal to small q into Z1 plus Z2 till Zn raised to 1 by 2. So how many loading units are there? According to that, you have to add it. Okay, then you have to find the Q value. If you get the Q value, easily you can find out the formula by the formula called as Q is equal to area into velocity. Okay, so that is known as loading unit method. Loading unit method. So there is one more method, so that also we can complete today, and we can wind up our class for today. One more method is there. That method is known as Plumbers chart method. Plumbers chart method. Okay, Plumbers chart method. So that I will show. That is a very easy one. Okay, very easy. So mainly this Plumbers chart method is most commonly used for if you have 1 or 2 story building. After that, it is not suitable. Okay, that's what it says. So this is Plumbers chart method. This is also one of the method of finding out the pipe sizes. Okay, this is one of the method of finding out the pipe sizes. This is the same thing that we have did for. This is the same question that we have did previously. Okay, so it's So this is the water tank A, B, C, D, F, F, G, H, I, C, like that. So DF means water closet, WC is a water closet, DG means shower, DH means wash basin, IC means sink, KL means water closet, KM means bathtub, JN means wash basin, OQ means wash basin, OP means water closet. Okay. So, so these are the different fixtures. Okay. These are the different fixtures. What is our aim? We need to find out the pipe size. Find out the pipe size by using Plumbers chart method. What is written here? It is used to uh, access the approximate estimation of sizes of water supply pipes in buildings. Sufficient capacity of water is stored in roof tank. This chart can be safely used for single and double story buildings. So this chart can be, or this method can be safely used for single and double story buildings. So they are recommending that it can be safely used for like a single or a double story building, maybe a residence or something like that. Okay, so it is used to access the approximate estimation of sizes of water supply in the pipes. Okay, so let's see how to do that. So here we are taking as a toilet only, a single toilet only. Okay? So you know that this is a toilet. Okay, in that toilet there will be a water closet, there will be a shower. Okay, there will be wash basin. Okay, so take this as a single toilet. Okay, because in this toilet all these things will be there, right? Wash basin, shower, and water closet. Okay, so and now this is, we can take this as another toilet. Okay, this is another one. So here what we are trying to do is that we are trying to find out the pipe size of this main pipe size, BC. Okay, BC we are going to find. Then BE, okay, CV. The main pipe size we are trying to find out. Okay, JK, etc. OV. This pipe size you might be knowing because there is a minimum pipe size to the water closet. Okay, this we can find out. Okay, there is a minimum pipe size to the water closet. So NBC recommends that for shower 15 mm should be the minimum pipe size. We don't want to find out the, sorry, we don't want to, it's not necessary that we need to find the pipe size by calculation. Why? Because it's given that for shower 15 mm should be the minimum pipe diameter. For water closet 15 mm should be the minimum pipe diameter. For 20 mm should be the minimum pipe diameter. Okay, for bathtub 20 mm should be the minimum pipe diameter, supply pipe diameter. It is already given in the NBC codes. So we don't want to separate this, find out. But what is our concern is that we have to find the main pipe size. Okay, we have to find this pipe size, main pipe. So let's see how to find it. Okay. Now, here we are using these two types of. Here we are using table 5.1. Sorry, 5.I and 5 for J. 5I and 5J. These are the two, uh, charts that we are trying to look to find out the pipe sizes. Okay. So here there are different sanitary fixtures given here, and its pipe sizes in mm is given, as well as number of fixtures is also given. So let's see here, water closet. Okay, and the pipe size is given in mm. So this is a different type of table. Okay, so if the pipe size is 15, we can have number of water closet 1. If the pipe size is 20, the number of fixtures you can have 2. If the pipe size is 25, the number of pipes fixtures you can have 4. 32, 8, 40, 12, 40, 60, 50, 24. It goes like that. So that it is with other also. For example, shower 15, 1, 22, 32, okay, 32, 4. It goes like that. And in table 5J, it is given as equivalent pipe size. So equivalent pipe size means the pipe size in mm is given here 50, 20, 25, 32. It goes like that. And number of equivalent 15 pipe diameter. So for 15 pipe size, how much 15 diameter pipe can give? 1. So this is another one ratio, okay? So for a 20 pipe, how many number of 15 pipe diameter can give is 1.8. So 25, 3.7. 32, 5.9. 40, 12. So 12, 15 pipe diameter can be given to a pipe size of 40 Okay. So let's see. When you do that question, you can understand it. So this is our question. Now we are going to see. Numbers are of cold water pipes are shown in the figure above. So first we are trying to see line AB. Line AB. So let's see what is line AB. They are coming from back. Okay, they are coming from back. Can come from back. Okay, here they have taken from the back. So AB. Size. This is the equivalent pipe size. Okay, size. So this is the number of fixtures, and this is the equivalent pipe size. Okay. Now, have you noted down this? Can I move forward? Okay. Now, from last two methods, we were coming from this side. So here, we can go from back side as well as we can come from this side also. Okay, it's up to our wish. So what they have did is that they have taken AB, first one, this main pipe. Okay. So just see in this main pipe, how many fixtures are there? How many wash basin will be attached to this main pipe? 1, 2, 3. Correct? 3 wash basins will be attached to this main pipe, right? This is the main pipe. And this will just branch, correct? So this 3 wash basins will be attached to this main pipe. 1, 2, 3. So what you have to give is that wash basins in line A is 3. At how much? 1, 2, 3. 3 water closets are attached to this line A. So give that water closet. 3. How many sink is there? How many sink is attached to this main pipe? 1 sink, right? Is there any other sink? No. How many shower is attached to this? 1 shower. Then what else is there? How many bathtub is attached to this main pipe AB? Only this AB. Okay, we are concentrating on AB only. 1 bathtub. So 3 wash basins, 3 water closets, 1 shower, 1 sink, 1 bath. Okay. So first we have written that wash basin 3, water closet 3, okay, sink 1, shower 1, bathtub 1. Okay. Now, what is the size of the water closet? What is the size of water closet? So what is the size of water closet if there is 3 number of water closet? How many water closets are there? 3 numbers. If there was one water closet, the size would be 15. Right? If there was two number of water closet, the size would have been 20. If there is three water closet, there's no three shown here, then four only. If there is three water closet, you can take the larger size. Pipe size in mm will be 25. Okay. So how many water closets are there in pipe AB? Three water closets. So in three water closets, if you are trying to find the pipe size by using this chart, so this is the number of fixtures. These are the water closets. So how many water closets are there? Three water closets are there. Okay, three water closets are there. So for three water closets, we can take the pipe size. It will come in between 20 and 25. There is no pipe size in between 20 and 25. So we can take 25, largest one. So give that wash basin. You can give 25. Okay, wash basin you can give to. Sorry, this is water closet, right? So water closet you can give 25. Correct. Water closet you can write 25. What about wash basin? How many wash basins are there? Three, right? One, two, three. Three wash basins are there. So for three wash basins. So three wash basins. How much is the? So one it is 15. Two is also 15. Then comes four. Instead of three, you can take four. For four wash basins, what will be the number? What will be the size? It is 20. So give that 20. Give that 20. Wash basin 20. Water closet 25. Sink. How many sinks are there? One sink. So for one sink, what will be the diameter? One sink. One sink. It is 20. If it was two sinks, you can take 25. So it is only one sink, 20. Then how many showers are there? One shower. So you can take 50. How many bathtubs are there? One bathtub. So you can take 20. Okay. Bathtub 20, shower 15, sink 20. So sink 20, shower 15, bathtub 20. Okay, so you got this minimum pipe size. Okay. Now we are going to find, this is one of the method. Okay. So we got this pipe size. So we got this pipe size from this table. From this table, we got the pipe size depending upon the number of fixtures. So depending upon the number of fixtures, how many fixtures are there in that particular line, depending upon that, you have chosen the pipe sizes. Now, from this table, 5i. Now, from this table, you have to select how many number of equivalent 15 mm pipe diameter is there in that particular pipe. Okay, in that particular pipe, you have to know how many, how many number of equivalent 15 mm diameter pipe is there. Okay, so let's see how many number of equivalent 15 mm pipe size is there. So equivalent 15 mm. Okay, so equivalent 15 mm is how much? How we got 1.8? It's 20 mm. Wash basin 20. Okay, wash basin 20. So wash basin 20. Correct. So if it is 20, the equivalent number of 15 mm pipe size will be, pipe diameter will be 1.8 if it is 20. So if it is 20, you can give 1.8 equivalent 15 mm. So for 20 mm, if you are trying to give equivalent 15 mm, you have to give 1.8 15 mm. 1.8 15 mm. So what about 25 mm? What will be the value? 15 is 1, 20 it is 1.8, 25 it is 3.7. So give that value 3.7. Again it is 20 mm. Again 20 mm. 1.8. Give that 1.8. Again it is 15 mm. 15 mm it is 1. Give that 1. Again it is 20 mm. 20 mm it is 1.8. Okay, so give 1.8. Then add all these values. When you add all these values, you will be getting 10.1. Okay, you will be getting 10.1. So if you get 10.1, this is the total value. So when you are adding all the equivalent 15 mm pipe numbers, you will be getting 10.1. Correct? You will be getting 10.1. So now you have to see for this 10.1 what will be the pipe diameter. So these are the different numbers you got for different individual 20 mm, 25 mm, 15 mm pipe. You have to add all those things. Okay, then you have to see what is the total, and now you have to see this 10.1 will come in which range. So let's see. 10.1. What? 1.8, 3.7, 5.9. Then it comes 10.1. So 10.1 is coming closer to 12. So that main pipe size will be 40. So the main pipe size will be how much? 40. Okay, so the main pipe size will be 40. So the pipe size of AB will be 40. Okay, how you got that 40? This way. When you add all those things, you got 10.1. Yes, 10.1 will be coming in the range 40. So 12 it is 40. Okay. So the same net, can you find out from what will be the diameter of BC? What will be the diameter of BC? So let's see what is coming BC. BC. In the line BC, how many wash basins are there? One wash basin. How many shower is there? One shower. Because from BC, this much only will be going, right? How many water closets are there? One water closet. How many sink is there? One sink. So right there, wash basin one, sink one, shower one, water closet one. So what is the diameter of one wash basin? Diameter of one wash basin? One wash basin, 15 mm. One water closet, 15. Then one shower, 15. One sink, 20. Okay. So only everything is having only one. So you can just see this. Wash basin 1, so diameter is 15. Sink 1, diameter is 20. Shower 1, 15. Water closet 1, 15. So this 15, 20, 50, 50, you got it from here, okay? How many number of fixtures? 1. What are the type of fixtures? Water closet, wash basin, shower and sink. What is the height? 15, 15, 15 and 20. That's what you have written. 15, 20, 15, 15. So now equivalent 15 mm diameter. For 15 mm, how many equivalent 15 mm will be there? 1. Correct. From here. 15 mm, how many equivalent 15 mm will be there? 1. So give that value 1. For 20 mm, how much it will be there? How many number of equivalent 15 mm will be there? 1.8. So give here 1.8. So shower 15 mm. How many equivalent 15 mm will be there? 1. Water closet 15 mm. So how many equivalent 15 mm will be there? 1. Same method. Add all those things, you'll be getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 4.8. Now you have to see this 4.8 will come in which range? 1, 1.8, 3.7, then coming 4.8. You have to take the highest value, okay? So after 25 it is 32. So you have to give here 32. So the size of pipe BC is 32. The size of pipe BC is 32. The size of pipe AB is 40. Now you can find out similarly what is the size of CD and DE and JK and BJ. So let's see. Same method. CD. Just see what is the pipe size of CD. Pipe size of CD. Let's see. Pipe size of CD. Where is CD? CD. So in this CD, how many wash basins are there? One wash basin. How many water closet is there? One water closet. How many shower is there? One shower. Okay, in this CD. Okay, in this pipe. In this pipe. Okay, in this pipe, one wash basin, one shower and one water closet is there. So right there, one wash. CD, one wash basin, one shower, one water closet. So if it is one wash basin, what is the mm? One wash basin, it is 15. One water closet, 15. One shower, it is 15. So you can write 15, 15, 15. How many equivalent 15 mm will be there? Say 15, 1, 1, 1. So 3. So you have to see this 3 will be coming in which range? 1, 1.8, 3.7. So 3 will be coming in this range. So you can take 25 mm. So the similarly you can find for DE and you can find for BJ and you can find for JK. It's easy, right? So by using the same formula, you'll be getting, these values. You can get this 25, this 15, this 20, like that. So have you understood? Is there any doubt regarding this? This is the Plumbo's chart method. This is also very easy method. By using these two charts, you can easily find out the answer. Is there any doubt? Is there any doubt? You can ask. So are you clear with this Plumbo's chart method and loading unit method, as well as yesterday's water supply fixer unit method? Okay. Okay. So for the time being, we can we can stop here. So today we have studied about two methods. One is loading unit method. The second one was Plumbo's chart method. Okay, I will share the okay, that I will do. Okay, I will share this class schedule once again. So you are having that the group, right? Plumbing group is there with you, right? That is not lost, right? So because I am sending that Zoom link to that plumbing group only, so you can access that, right? I'll send you the class schedule also. So today we have studied about these two methods. One is loading unit method. It's an easy method. Then Plumbo's chart method. That is also very easy. But commonly here we are using this water supply fixer unit. Okay. And there are different codes also which will be using sizing the pipe. Right. Okay. So for today, for the timing, this is enough. So see you tomorrow. Okay.